Hello, everybody. Good evening. And right now it is exactly 8:08 p.m. Okay, Thursday. We apologize. Okay, for the slight delay. Okay, we were just sorting out some technical issues. Right now we are broadcasting live from the Asia Blockchain Center, as usual, in the skirts of Kuala Lumpur City. The Asia Blockchain Center, okay, is supporting this series of education events that we are organizing. It's an ambitious project, okay, aiming to become the largest, okay, blockchain hub for blockchain entrepreneurs, innovators, and developers throughout Asia. So today we are right now on day 4 of Asia DAX week, and we have covered so much. Okay, on day 1, okay, you got to understand, okay, who are the digital asset operators, okay, throughout Asia. Like for example, in Malaysia you met Luno, the largest one. In Thailand you met BitCup, you met Sumadi. You got to know about Rekeningku, which is the largest one in Indonesia. The Singapore-based Huobi, which is a crypto exchange, and DEX. On day 3, you also got to learn a little bit more and dive deeper into how to, make sense of the different kinds of digital assets, okay, out there. Okay, not all digital assets are the same, and we helped you to break down, the different kinds of tokens. There are coins, there are utility tokens, what they are, how are they different, security tokens, what makes them different, okay, across, okay, the different things, and the most recent rapidly emerging type of token which we have been seeing in 2020, which is governance tokens, especially in the DeFi space. So if you we highly recommend, okay, that if you do not know the differences of these digital assets, okay, do go back, okay, to the previous videos, okay, and rewatch them. Okay, it's available on Asia Blockchain's official Facebook, is on Bitcoin Malaysia's Facebook group. It is on the official Blockline YouTube as well. And we also had, a panelist, okay, to discuss the future, okay, of digital asset issuance in Asia as well. So today we're taking a new turn, okay, into the decentralized exchanges. Now we're going into the territory of decentralized finance, which is very timely right now for us to repeat, okay, this very important disclaimer that all the information that we share throughout the entire week is for educational purpose only. Okay, it's not to be construed as financial and investment advice. There is so much, we are dealing with uncharted waters. Okay, use this as a free resource, an additional free resource to supplement your learning into the crypto space. Why we do this, okay, is because we want to help, okay, more people to learn about cryptocurrencies by providing a safe, neutral, and easy environment to learn, okay, about cryptocurrencies and digital assets. Help people differentiate between what is real, what is fake, what is legit, what is full of non-legit, okay, so that you can capture the real opportunities in the space. Our goal is also to help you to find, okay, remote work and generate an alternative income in this industry, especially in this very challenging time when a lot of people's jobs are at risk or salaries or businesses are disrupted. One industry that is booming right now and is hungry for talented, good people is the crypto / blockchain / DeFi industry. So by helping more of you to understand, okay, the space much more better, you then can become a very attractive person, okay, for blockchain projects to come to get to know you. They want, okay, to hire you, give you jobs, okay, make you, okay, a fan or a champion. This is why we do what we do. So let's get into it. Now with the disclaimers and the introductions done, okay, what are DEXs? Decentralized exchanges are like vending machines. Okay, they don't require any humans to operate it. They can operate it. It is self-automated. So basically, how DEXs operate is that it allows buying and selling of digital assets, and just like any vending machine, it requires a well-stocked inventory, so that people can buy from. And this is where people who have digital assets, like Bitcoin or Ether or this token or that token, they can provide liquidity, to the vending machine, and people who want digital assets can interact, with the vending machine to exchange, one token, for another token. So DEXs are gaining a lot of popularity today because people are starting to use them a lot. It's functioning. When something can be proven to be proven to function through time, and build an established history, then people feel more comfortable and more reliable. Second thing, is that is well stocked. You could see that there's liquidity, all right, in those exchanges. Then you can interact with them. And I think the most beautiful thing is that that you are interacting, with a computer program instead of what we call smart contracts. There are no intermediaries in between. There's a lot of efficiencies, less fees, in between, etc. And then on the liquidity providers part, they get, why do they provide liquidity is because they can earn a passive income, they can earn fees, And right now the DeFi space is going through a incentivized period, We don't know when it will end, It's not forever, but that is happening right now, I know what you guys want to talk about, because today my handphone, just nonstop, got a lot of text messages that I have to silence my phone, throughout the day. Today, Uniswap, launched their token, and they rewarded, the people who have been using, Uniswap. Anybody who has used Uniswap, interacted with the smart contracts, made a call, did a trade, added liquidity to a pool, were rewarded, with their token. And this is something, that they did. Now, a lot of people said that this is, free money. Actually, it's not. To me, this is an additional reward. That is given to the people. Because they took risks. They took risks. They provided liquidity. They experimented. They got to know. By using the protocol, by using the product, when it's there's so much uncertainty. This is an additional reward. For those people who are the early adopters. So today is like a really, really happy day. I hope that you were one of the beneficiaries as well. You one of the benefits of that. However, if you are not one of them, also don't worry. Why? Because the DeFi space is abundant. There's so much development happening, in the DeFi space. Here are just some, of the DeFi protocols that we have covered, over the last 6 months. Most recently, last month, we did the Southeast Asia DeFi week. If you want to learn each and every one of these protocols, here are the quick links. I'm going to leave this screen on for just 2 more seconds. Pick one. Anything that is interesting to you. You want to learn about Aave, you want to learn about Compound. Pick a link. And you can watch. And meet the founders, themselves, and hear from them. What the protocol is about and why did they created the protocol, etc. Today we have a very special guest. We have the co-founder, of a decentralized exchange called DODO, which was recently launched. And one thing that was very interesting, about this is that in their recent round, they were supported by people that we already know. Like, for example, the founder of the founder of Compound, Robert Leshner, Malaysian founder, CoinGecko, Bobby Ong as well. And their DEX is currently live. I think just started in September 1st or a few days before that as well. Roughly around that time. So if you can go to dodox.io to go and check it out right now. But first, okay, I'm very happy, okay, to introduce to you the co-founder of Dodo, okay, Diane Dai. Okay, Diane, thank you so much for spending, okay, your Thursday evening with us today.
Hello. Hi,
Hi, Diane.
everyone. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
Oh, yeah,
So,
thank you. Yeah.
so today is a really, really crazy day. Diane, how are you doing today?
I think amazing, but pretty busy. Yeah, and I'm very happy that because Uniswap just issued their tokens, and it was like a spring festival in summer for everyone in DeFi.
So, I think the first question, okay, that I would love to ask you is, can you share with us a little bit, okay, about why, okay, who are the people behind, okay, Dodo Exchange, and when did the idea of to create your Dodo started?
Ah, yes, sure. Yeah, so I'm very happy to be here, and thanks for Jason inviting. Yeah, and actually, I have been doing a lot of AMAs and presentations in China in Chinese, but this is the very first time for me to speak English and doing this conversation here. Yeah, so I'm a little
Wow.
bit nervous. So yeah, if there's anything wrong, just tell me. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
don't worry, your English is
Yeah.
really, really good. Your English
Yeah.
is really, really good.
Yeah. 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 The very first step for me to reach out our global audience. Yeah. So very thanks for your invitation. Yeah. So I'll introduce myself and the Dodo teams. Yeah. So actually, you can call me Dai Dai. That's like a nickname. Everyone in DeFi just call me by that name. Yeah, and I have been working for DEX, which is a decentralized exchange, um, as a head of marketing since 2017. Yeah, and actually, this is a very first DEX in China, actually. Yeah, and um, early in last year, I founded DeFi Labs and run a WeChat blog called DeFi Labs, and run the first and the biggest DeFi community in China called DeFi the World. Yeah, so I gave a lot of educational articles on DeFi and introduced the Western DeFi projects into China. Yeah, so most of Chinese people know me from my articles and know DeFi, yeah, from my articles. Yeah,
Right.
so
So you started, okay. So you started, you worked for a company called DEX, okay, since 2017. You have a community there called DeFi,
DeFi
what's
the
it?
world.
DeFi the World, okay,
Yeah.
which you were very active in and you wrote a lot of educational content. So how did you arrive, okay, to creating, a product of your own?
Sure. Yeah. So, early in this year, my ex-colleague Rita Bear, in the DAX, yeah, he was in charge of the quanting, the market making, and the smart contract developing in the DAX. Yeah, and a very good friend of me, and he just created a new algorithm. Yeah, and I find it very exciting. Yeah, I think because we all have been through a very hard time back in the DEX. We have tried everything to make an order book DEX better, but it was very hard. Yeah, and so finally we are inspired by the success by Uniswap and Compound, and then we think when you're doing something on blockchain, you should thinking in a way uh, in blockchain, right? So you have to make the thing of trading happen on chain and based of algorithm. Yeah, and then I thought his algorithm it will power the next generation of true decentralized exchange. Yeah, so we too decided to build a product based on the PMM algorithm. Yeah, and besides we two, we also have another co-founder called Mark. Yeah, and he was very mature and he founded another crypto project about Oracle. Yeah, and he has been all of this, starting a project, managing a project, all of this. So we think he's very experienced in this area. Yeah, he entered this area back in 2013. Yeah, so Rita Bear and I, we are pretty young, but he's mature. Yeah, so we match with each other for technical background, marketing background, and the management background. Yeah, so we three are the co-founders for DODO team. And besides we three, we still have 7 more team members like developer, designer, product manager, and the community managers speaking different languages. Yeah, so now we have a team of 10 people.
Wow. Okay. So that you've covered a lot. Okay. And so let me help, okay, the audience, okay, to break down a little bit. So you said that you were working for DEX and there were problems, okay, that just could not be solved. Okay. Can you give the audience a little clarity? Okay. What was these kinds, okay, of problems, okay, that could not be solved and that you really, really wanted, okay, to do differently, okay, with DODO?
Sorry that the network is not very good. What is your question? You
Oh,
mean
my
what
question,
problem we are
what,
solving?
yes, what problem, okay, is it that you mentioned that there were some problems with DDEX, okay, that just could not be solved and you wanted to create a product that
Yeah,
would
yeah,
be
yeah, yeah.
better. So what are these problems, okay, that you really want to solve?
Oh, yes, because for order book, the trading on chain is very slow and expensive, right? Very,
Right.
yeah, not a friendly user experience. Yeah, and the liquidity is um the liquidity for DEX is only the liquidity for DEX, and the liquidity for DYDX is only the liquidity for DYDX. They are not
Mm,
connected, right? So actually the 0x team and the DEX teams both had thinking a lot of how to do liquidity sharing, but it's very hard for order book DEX because if you want more efficient, you have to put your order book off chain. Yeah, but if you do
right.
it off chain, the liquidity cannot be shared. Yeah, but yeah, so we try very hard to make the trading more efficient and think of the method how to share the liquidity with the whole DeFi world with any other DeFi protocol. But when we are doing that, we find that the direction to make a order book DEX better for users, that will be that the direction will always be more centralized. So we think that the destination, if you are making this improvement, and then the answer will be doing something like a balance. There won't be a
Yes.
DAX, right? Yeah. So
Mhm.
we finally think that order book doesn't work on chain actually. Yeah. So to make trading happens on chain based algorithm, that is the closer to the right answer.
Okay, so it's loud and clear. Okay, the problem that you really wanted to solve is that order book DEXs, okay, just was not working, and what you got inspired by was what Uniswap, okay, has done, and many others has done, and that's where you see, okay, that's how Dodo came about. Okay, learning from what has worked and then improving it on it. So Dodo, okay, from what I've read, is trying to prove that when people use DODO, that the slippage fees, okay, would be the trading fees and the slippage fees would be much more lowered as compared to other platforms. How is that done?
Yes. Would you repeat that question again?
How do you so I read, okay, that the goal of DODO is to help people, okay, to reduce the slippage fees. Is that correct?
Reduce what?
Slippage.
Slippage. Yeah. Yes. Sure.
How do you do that? How does
Yeah.
DODO do that?
Yeah. So that's a very charming thing for our PMM algorithm. So actually, this idea is coming from our CEO Reda Bear. He actually have a lot of experience in market making on DEX, yeah, and do the arbitrage between DAX and the CEX, yeah. So he just abstract this algorithm based on his market making experience. So the idea is we introduce an oracle price as a guidance price and do and add some adjustments on that oracle price to and to make the money around the market mid price and to prove the better of slippage.
Right. So as a result, okay, what DODO is able to offer is one of the problems that people who provide liquidity to a pool like in Uniswap is that they would suffer impermanent losses, right? Is that correct?
Actually, because our pool is allow you to put a single token to a pool. So like if there is a trading pair Ether to USDC, you can only put USDC or you can only put Ether, right? So there are not that kind of impermanent loss caused by when you only want to put Ether, but you have to sell your Ether into some USDC. So that kind of impermanent loss that because of your changed your portfolio, that won't happen. Yeah, but there will be market risk on DODO, and there will be counterparty risk on DODO. Yeah. So if you say there are potentially will be a loss for LPs on DODO, yes. But it's the same loss what is happening on Uniswap? No.
Right. Okay. So what you're saying is that in Uniswap, liquidity providers need to provide both assets, right? And because of that, like 50% of both assets. Because of that, they would experience exposure, okay, on both assets as well. So when one asset, okay, say for example, goes up really, let's say Ether goes up really high, okay, the liquidity provider, okay, for the ETH pool would have less ETH, they would have more USDC, for example, and because of that, okay, they would suffer some losses as opposed to when they are holding. In the case of DODO, when people provide liquidity to DODO, they have a choice of providing one asset instead of
Yeah.
two assets, right?
Yes.
And
Yes.
whenever that there is excess, okay, inventory, okay, where uh, DODO comes in, okay, which is different, is that you have arbitrages to basically buy up the excess inventory so that it brings it to a balance. Is that
Yes.
correct?
Yes. That's correct.
Now, a question, okay, that I think we have from the community is who are these arbitragers? Okay, are these bots run by DODO or is it bots run by the community? Or is it something, okay, which they can learn? Can the community learn how to create these bots and arbitrage for DODO?
Yes. So actually, when we creating this algorithm, we thought that the arbitrage will be enough. The arbitrage activity will be enough happens on chain. Yeah, but during this month of this beta version, we found that
Create these bots and arbitrage for DODO.
Now there is not enough arbitrage activity on chain, and also the gas is very high. So actually, this is not a good thing for the developers to the arbitrage, right? So so before we expected for community members to do the arbitrage, so make the pool balance back very quickly, right? Yeah, but now we realize that we need to do something for that to eliminate the loss for the LPs on DODO. Yeah, so we are working on to make some arbitrage bots. Yeah, to do the arbitrage.
If you need the community to, if you need more people from the community to create their own bots and help out DODO, do you have any like guides or documentation where people can learn how to create and help DODO to arbitrage?
Yes, actually, we are working on that to make some documents and to develop something um, like some flash arbitrage. Just give you a button so you can click and you can do the arbitrage.
Ah, okay. All right. So another feature that DODO, I think is putting together is that DODO would allow, people to issue their own assets and be listed on DODO. Can you elaborate that a little bit, or is that something still in the works?
Yes. So there will be two markets on DODO. One market is DODO Zoo market, that is for mainstream trading pairs. Just what we are doing, like listing Ether, WBTC, Linkland, SNX. Yeah, and in this market we introduced an oracle, and the oracle is Chainlink, right? And
Yeah.
in this market, our goal is to provide the best liquidity. Yeah, and another market, we call it DODO Wild market. So this market is for everyone to list their new assets on DODO. Yeah. So actually, we have many playbooks for IDO, the initial DODO offerings. Yeah. So the very first IDO actually will be happen on the DODO on Binance Smart Chain, because now we have a DODO on Ethereum. Yeah, and later we will have a DODO on Binance Smart Chain as our layer 2 solution. Yeah, so there will be a community token coming from BNB 48 Club. Yeah, that will be a staking node of Binance Smart Chain. So this project will do IDO on DODO on Binance Smart Chain, and their playbook is two steps. The first step is token sale, and another step is the initial liquidity providing. Yeah, and after that, at the end of September, DODO token will do the IDO on DODO on Ethereum. Yeah, so this playbook is we will take 1% of whole DODO token supply and to put it in the pool, the DODO to USDC, and the 1% DODO token will be locked up in the smart contract forever. No one cannot deposit or withdraw anymore. It only open the trading feature. Everyone can buy and sell. So the DODO token will have a market price. Yeah, and so this kind of IDO is not a token sale, just a initial liquidity providing. We just want to do the market making on chain on DODO for the DODO token. Yeah. So actually recommend this model for every projects. But we do collect a lot of requirements. They have other projects have different demand of token sale. So we are developing some new algorithm to meet other projects' needs. Yeah, to have a new efficient way to do the IDO. Yeah, but now what the advantage is for the projects, you don't need to prepare any money. You can only deposit your own token and set an initial price and let the traders buy and sell, and you have a market price.
Right. So DODO helps people. Initial DODO offering, okay, is something which allows people to issue and list their own tokens so that they can bootstrap liquidity for the token, but it's not a token sale platform. Can you elaborate a little bit? Okay, there's a question from from Theo here. He asked, can anyone list? Okay. On the can anyone list a token on Dodo, or will a DAO exist where the members would vote on the listing?
Oh, so our plan is everyone can list tokens on Dodo wild market. Yeah, but if you want your token listed on Dodo Zoo market, that should be voted by the DAO members.
Got it, got it. So it's like there's a main board and there's like a secondary board. Okay, the
Yeah,
secondary
yeah,
board is the wild board. Okay, and then if you want, okay, to be in the main board, okay, it's kind of like you use the community to filter and to vet, okay, the reputation of the project so that it can go to the main board. Oh,
Yes,
that's really
and
really cool.
yes, and we will have some metrics like your trading volume should be achieved some numbers, and your pool should be achieved some numbers, and then you will have the right to let the DAO members to see if they would like to make your tokens to be moved to the Dodo Zoo market, and it will be voted by DAO members.
Okay, I'd like to segue a little bit right now into a more general conversation about the industry in general. Would that be okay?
Yes. Well, what should
Okay.
I do?
So I would like to ask you for your thoughts on CFI versus DeFi. Where is it going? Right now, the community, there's already talks in the community that CFI is dead. Okay, DeFi is basically going to change everything. What are your thoughts? Okay, about CFI versus DeFi.
Yeah. Actually, the market is pretty strong in Chinese market of CFI, right? Many centralized exchange and the lending products. Yeah, but I think our final goal is to DeFi the world, right? Yeah, but for now, in the near future, I think DeFi and CFI will live together. Yeah, and because they have different core advantage. For DeFi, the killer thing is permissionless. Yeah, and
Yes.
that is why Uniswap succeed, right? And for DeFi, the killer thing is the user experience. So
Yes.
so it can reach out very just
More
random people, and
people,
very easy to
broader.
DeFi, right? Yeah,
Yes. So
and that's a thing that DeFi cannot do in the near future.
I think that you sum it up really, really well. Okay. This has been a frequently asked question throughout the entire week. Okay. CFI, DeFi, who will win? You said, okay, that DeFi would do very well. Okay. Because the killer app is being permissionless. Okay. It allows innovation to happen very rapidly, but the user experience is so bad. Okay. Transaction fees today, hit a peak of 1,000 Gwei. Okay, that
Yeah.
just to do a swap, it will cost 30 to 100 US dollars per transaction, which is crazy. Okay, no, beginner, okay, would be brave enough to basically carry out a transaction, even though there's an opportunity. On the flip side, okay, CeFi is essential. Okay, you said it very well that CeFi plays the role on driving mainstream adoption, helping us to scale. Okay, because they can respond. Okay, quicker. All right, provide a better customer experience to what people are already familiar with. So both sides are playing a role, and both sides are coexisting together.
Yeah.
I want to ask you next, okay, what do you think, okay, of the current, the recent things that have been happening, okay, in the DeFi space? What do you think of, vampiric mining, okay? Recently there was, we have Sushi Swap, okay, which basically they forked, okay, something works, right? Something really, really good works. Okay, so basically somebody could actually copy the code, fork it, make some changes, and then vampire mine, okay, the liquidity from. What do you think about that? Are you worried, okay, that that might also happen to Dodo if Dodo becomes really popular and have a lot of traction?
Yeah, actually, if you want me to choose between Uniswap or Sushi, I will choose Uniswap because it takes Uniswap more than 1 year to figure out this trading solution, right? And to grow up and finally become a infrastructure for Ethereum. So and another team just show up and rob everything from Uniswap. Yeah, I don't like this kind of thing actually. Yeah, and so the topic of fork, my opinion is the code can be forked, but the community and the token system and the uh, community culture based on the token system cannot be forked, and that is very important thing. Before Uniswap has a token, why Sushi can easily fork the Uniswap? The first reason is AMM algorithm is pretty simple. Everyone can just copy and paste, and that don't need some effort for operation, right? And the second reason is back then Uniswap don't have a token. So if a project doesn't have a token, they only have users. But if projects that have a token, they have a community, right? So the users is different from community members, and everyone should learn with the Chainlink team. Their community is very strong based on their token, right? They have their own brand and they have their own community culture, right? So I think it's the right move for Uniswap to issue this token. Yeah, and for Dodo, I'm not afraid of anyone to fork our code because first of all, PMM is not that simple. Yeah, there are some parameters that need people have a lot of experience in market making. That people can only understand it. Yeah, it is not easy to operate. Second thing is when he gets all of the meaning behind the code and they fork it, and they will find that Dodo token and Dodo token design is pretty beautiful, and we will have our own community based on our token economy, and I believe that our community will be very strong, and we will stand together. And actually, it surprised me that it is very balanced for Dodo's community. There are around 2,000, 3,000 people in WeChat group in Chinese, and also more than 3,000 people in our Telegram and Discord, thinking different, speaking different languages. Yeah, and I think it's a good start. Yeah, and now we are do the fundraising, but after the fundraising, after the IDO, all of our time will spend on to build a core team and build our DODO community and to make our own culture, make our own brand, to make it too strong to forge.
So I noticed that Dodo is from China. Okay, it's from China, and your initial user base is Chinese. Okay, you have a very huge community. Um, are you, however, are you building to serve the Chinese audience, or are you building with the world in mind?
Yeah, I think DODO is global. I don't mean to build it for certain in the world. Yeah, because the true spirit for DeFi is open, right? So why
Yes.
we come to this world is because it is open and it's free, right? And we don't talk about things like politics or something like, yeah. Talk about how to make financial service, right? Yeah, and so DODO is made for everyone in the world who love DeFi, who want to issue their token and trade tokens.
So I have I have a couple more questions,
Hello, can
for
you hear
you.
me?
Yes, we can hear you clearly.
Oh,
I have a
okay.
couple more questions for you. The first question I'd like to ask you next is, so things are moving super fast in this space. Okay, I think 12 months is too far away. Okay, let's maybe have between the next three months to 6 months. What do you look forward to the most? Okay, from Dodo, what is Dodo working on right now?
Yes. I think the true thing, not only for DODO but for every builder in the world, is innovations. We need more innovations. Why at this time DeFi become more popular than last year and then 2 years ago? Is because the innovation that the builders made um, in the last 2 years finally be seen at this time, right? And people are making money from this innovations. Yeah. So what we should do now is let's thinking about what is the next innovations that will cover a larger group of users. Yeah, and this is what we are thinking about, and this is why we call the PMM is a next generation thing. Yeah, so innovation is what we need. So actually, our team is focusing on to do the algorithm development because now this algorithm just one algorithm that's from Rita Bear's market making strategy, right? But actually, the real power is our algorithm can open for anyone. We are talking with other trading firms. So these traditional trading firms, they have their own market making strategy, and before DODO, they can only use their market making strategy on centralized exchange because it's too expensive and too slow on chain, right? But now with DODO, with PMM, it allows them to make their market makings happen on chain. What they should do is only to um, adjust the parameters on the PMM, and that will, make their own market makings happen on chain. And this is very cool and full of imagination, I think. Yeah. So in the near future, you will there will be different trading pairs that market making is from different trading firms, not only from radar bears algorithm. Yeah. So actually, we are providing this kind of infrastructure.
Right. So innovation, more people, okay, now is the best time, okay, for more people to continue to innovate and build on top of each other. Um, I want to ask you, the next question is, you mentioned that you are also building your core team right now. You're trying to, so my question for you is, what skills, in your opinion, okay, is much needed right now? I mean, those who are listening in, okay, they're learning about Dodo. Okay, what skills, in your opinion, are the most needed right now? Who are you looking for?
Sure. Actually, we are hiring definitely. So our core team have a lot of ideas, and that's need talented people to make it come true, to verify it, and to make the product better. Because actually, this kind of product we are using is very simple one, right? We need to do a lot of improvements on that. Yeah, that's from the product level, and from the algorithm level. We have the ability to develop new algorithm. Of course, we will welcome new talented people to make this kind of innovation with us. Yeah, and another thing is we highly stress the importance of community. So we want every country, every city will have our community, will have people know Dodo and love Dodo. So we welcome people speaking different languages with different culture background to be our community manager, yeah, or some local supporter, something like that. Yeah, and there will be flexibility for the hiring. You don't need to sign contracts with us. We should can just sign smart contract with each other.
We can
Yeah,
sign a smart contract. That's fantastic.
and you will be one in the Dodo family. Yeah, to live with
So,
our cute bird of Dodo.
so for those, okay, who are listening in right now, all from Philippines, okay, Thailand, Vietnam, Singapore, Indonesia, Malaysia, right? Um, there's a lot of, okay, opportunity. Where would they go? Okay, if now that they know about Dodo, where would be the first place, okay, to get information or to talk to someone? Okay, which social media channel is the place where most of the conversation is happening? Is it Discord, Telegram? Where?
Actually, our first channel is Telegram, but I find that it's a little bit chaos in Telegram.
Hmm.
People ask
Yes.
a lot of questions. It's very hard for me to follow this question because we have different time zones, right? Yeah.
Hmm.
So now we are suggest our community members to express yourself in Discord, because there are different channels in Discord, right? So I will check it every day and give the feedbacks when I am weak, right? Yeah. So the best place is the Discord of Dodo.
So I think we are at the end already. We have 2 more minutes, okay, before the live stream ends. Okay. So I think I'd just like to ask you one last question, which is what can the community do for you? Okay, what does Dodo need right now?
What DODO needs right now?
Yes, what does DODO need right now? Okay,
Yeah.
what can the community, those listening in from all over Southeast Asia or Japan or um, Taiwan, okay, what
Yes.
does DODO need right now?
Yes. I think for the core team, what we should do is to um make the core team stronger, right? And to build the product better and better. Yeah, and for the community, actually, we need more support from the community. Yeah. So if you ask what does Dodo need right now, I will think it is to in this crazy market, we need to keep calm down to make new innovations and to keep in touch with the community and to find more supporters and to work together, yeah, in a long term.
Okay, so you've heard it, okay, from Diane. Diane, thank you so much, okay, for sharing with us and spending your 1 hour, okay, to tell us about Dodo, the story, the people behind Dodo, what you guys are building, a proactive, automated market maker, solving, okay, things like slippage and impermanent loss, uh, helping, okay, what's this initial Dodo offering, allowing people to bootstrap liquidity. And for those, okay, who are looking to be part, okay, of the Dodo family, the first place to go is the Discord. So um, get, okay, join their Discord. We will put in the links, okay, into the chat later. Thank you so much, Diane, for joining us, okay, this evening. Now, before we end the session, just want to remind everyone, okay, that we still have 1 more day to go. Okay, so tomorrow we will be talking about consumer protection, and the timing is a bit different because it's 4 to 5 p.m. GMT +8 because it's Friday. Okay, and most of the time Friday evenings. Okay, we want to basically spend time with our loved ones or friends and etc. etc. So see you guys, okay, tomorrow at 4 to 5 p.m. And thank you again so much to Diane for joining us today and telling us about Dodo. Bye, everyone. Good night.
Bye bye.